Hey, this is Austin from Popcorn Dangerous, and we're doing another episode, finally.
Yep. This episode, we're going to be chronicling our...
Who the fuck are you?
Wait. Oh, right. I am Omar from Popcorn Dangerous.
We have a special guest tonight.
Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tonight we're going to be watching Star Trek's 2 through 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting this at like 12.
It's about 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's about 1 a.m.
It's going to be a long night.
So...
And we're going to review the movies in between. I watched the first one this afternoon.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of liked it a lot. So what...
Even with all that like long like going inside of the probe thing?
I thought it was... I like that stuff though. I mean, it was slow, but it was... I found it compelling, and I just kind of... I enjoyed the tone of it. And it really worked for me.
Alright.
So what don't you like about it?
I think that whole like descent like into the probe, and you know I've seen it like a bunch of times, so every time that they begin that I'm like, alright, like I already know the ending, like this is not a mystery to me anymore. So maybe that's all I just remember of it, but it's pretty slow going into that probe, like once it does that. And like there's an opening sequence where they like show the Enterprise for the first time on a big screen, and it's seriously like 2 minutes long, and that was really killing me.
Well, even before that, what I thought was amazing is the DVD opens and it's literally 3 minutes of just space with some music. No shit, nothing. Just space like going through the stars, and it's 3 minutes. So it really like lets you know what's coming.
Yeah, I guess so. It kind of warns you, right?
Yeah.
So is that like at the beginning of the film, or is that like when you put the DVD in?
Well, that's the beginning of the film.
Oh,
It also,
was that just
it actually,
menu?
the movie started automatically too,
Wow.
which was unusual. So I was like, is this going to go to menu? But then I looked to see how much longer it had. It said, 2 hours, 15 minutes. So that's like, but then it like, scene changes and then it goes into credits.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, I thought it was an interesting story.
I think most Trekkies like complained about it is that the movie came out and it was like kind of trying really to be like, past sci-fi successes like 2001.
You could definitely see that it was trying to be 2001, yeah.
Yeah, which is, something completely different, but... So anyway.
But yeah, let's get started.
Yes, Star Trek 2. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wrath of Khan.
Let's watch the good one. We're back. We just watched Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. This was my first time seeing it. I haven't seen any of the original series movies, only the Next Generation ones.
Oh.
So...
True confessions.
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
Yeah. So I think I like the first one better.
Really?
Really?
Whoa. Crazy.
Not by
Rocking
much.
the boat.
Okay.
But, I mean, this one's pretty good. I think Ricardo Montalban makes the movie.
Fire.
Right. No, of
Yeah.
course.
Rest in peace, Khan.
For sure. Everyone just seems really lazy around him.
Yeah. And something I think is very important to discuss is his chest.
Right.
It has no hair.
Well, is it real?
Yeah, of course it's real.
You think he worked out and got a real buff chest for that? Because sometimes it looks like rubber. But sometimes it moves a little.
Well...
I could not tell.
Well, no. It just seems so far-fetched that they'd make a rubber chest for him rather than, covering up his chest or something. It's like...
I think it's just the makeup that made it look kind of rubbery.
Yeah,
It might
I'm
be
sure
real.
it's, waxed to hell or something,
Yeah.
They got,
There's something
all
unnatural
cream.
about it. Like, maybe...
But...
Yeah, maybe he had some kind of... I don't know if there are any kind of pectoral implants or something. And whether Ricardo Montalban might have had them, but there's something kind of weird going on there. But I think that it actually was his skin.
And come on,
Okay.
let's have a little respect for the man. He's recently deceased.
I have
The
nothing
right
against fake
Well,
chest.
but that was you're taking away from him by saying that that he was that insecure. Anyways,
yeah, I'm sure he was a good enough actor that he worked out.
I give Wrath of Khan 4 dots. out of 6 dots on the big
Oh, awesome.
check.
Alright, so 4 out of 6. Is that, okay.
You don't have a
That's
5-sided dice or a 10-sided dice.
Alright, well that's good because there's 6 original series movies.
Whoa!
So that's perfect. So we should all rate it out of 6.
Oh, right.
Wait. But then
But
that probably
we still have to
changes
see
it,
the other ones.
because it's not the 4th best.
Well, no, you don't have to rank them in order. You can just give it a number, like
sure,
you did,
sure.
4 out of 6.
Yeah,
So
4 dots.
I don't know how to rate out of 6, but 4.
4 sounds fair.
Sounds about right. 4 out of 6.
I'll agree, because I don't want to think about it, but yeah, I have it's
You
my
don't give
favorite.
it higher?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Is this you've seen all of them. Is this your favorite?
I've seen
of the
all
movies?
except for The Final Frontier, which is the one that was
Okay.
directed by William Shatner, actually. This one, I don't know who directed it, but I do remember hearing. Wait, hold
It's
on.
not
Wait.
Nimoy.
Let's check
I mean, this one.
One of our 2 copies.
One of our
it.
2 copies. This one was directed by Nicholas Meyer. What I remember hearing about the production of this is that they actually went and watched all of the original series episodes and picked out Khan because they saw this episode that they were going to lead into another episode, and they were never able to return to Khan because the series was canceled. And there's a bunch of other references to the series in it. So
Well, I also noticed just we all just recently watched the new Star Trek.
There's a lot of references to this.
Very
in the new one.
referential to this one. You got the thing with the Kobayashi test. That was big.
Well, there were certain lines in it.
There's
just
lines.
Lines
yeah.
like that they just took for.
I'm sure none of you noticed that.
which really makes us wonder, like, is this really the best Star Trek movie? Have you yet to find out, I guess. Because it's certainly the one that everyone talks about as being the best.
Yeah.
Pauline Kael loved it. She's weird.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't
We'll
know.
see if
I
it
mean,
really
maybe
is.
I think my expectations for the first one were so low because everyone hates
Right.
it, and my expectations for this one were really high because everyone loves it. So maybe that's why
Totally.
maybe that altered my ultimate decision.
I just, I had this a thought. It was like they had this, just with all the survivors from the Botany Bay or whatever on the desert, planet, and they got this like radiant blonde hair, and they were all very tan and wonderful and fit. And I thought I saw a little bit of like kind of a like. If they'd kept going with it, it could have like turned into like this Aryan race type of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much like I mean, and it's that whole part of it is a little more apparent in the episode Space's Seed.
Oh really?
Yeah, or they're basically like we're like a race of Superman, and
yeah.
we're going to this they murdered him on this planet, but their intent was to build their empire, as they had on Earth in the 20th century. Because apparently in the 20th century on Earth there was a huge war between regular folk and the genetically engineered folk who thought they were like the superior race. So that's where all of that comes from, and so that definitely was there on purpose. But they didn't really go that far. They didn't really go into that in this movie. Instead, they went for like the kind of Kirk Spock like personal relationship stuff.
Much more. Yeah.
And that's probably largely because they wanted to off Spock at the end, and